What's up, guys? I'm Bill, and today I'm going to be talking about how the 76ers could be the next Golden State Warriors. And what I mean by that is I'm getting to like some reasons like why they're similar to the Warriors when they were younger, and how they're showing signs of like kind of following in the Golden State Warriors footprints, and ultimately just becoming like a next super team or dynasty or something. Before you call me like a Golden State fan or a 76ers fan, I am neither of those. Like, I like the 76ers, but I'm no words or no like meaning of the word fans, a fan of that team. I'm a Pelicans fan all the way through, or a Spurs fan sometimes, but yeah, I'm never a 76 fan, so don't try to accuse me of being a bandwagon or nothing. I want to get out of the way before I get on the video, so without further ado, without me rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so my first reason on this list is going to be that they are both building through the draft, or they both built through the draft, because besides Kevin Durant, every player on the Golden State Warriors that's a big part of their team has been drafted through the draft. Like Curry, Draymond, and Klay Thompson, they drafted every single one of them. And before they drafted those players, obviously they were bottom feeders, probably one of the worst teams in the entire NBA, and were in full-on rebuilding mode, and they just really weren't good at all until they were able to start drafting those good players. And then obviously they got Kevin Durant in the offseason, but I mean, before that, they still had won a finals, so that was the draft was a big part of their success. But then you look at the 76ers, and they're doing the exact same thing, as they have pretty much built through the draft, as well as they drafted Embiid and Ben Simmons, and we have seen that Ben Simmons' rookie year is one of the best rookie years we've ever seen, and Joel Embiid, he's like in his third year in the league because of all his injuries. He's been playing like a beast as well. I mean, they're literally the third seed in the Eastern Conference right now, and they have 50 wins since the first time since 2011. That is crazy. I mean, that one draft, I mean, they also drafted Markelle Fultz, but he's been injured all year, so we'll really be able to see what he can do next year. But like right now, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are looking like they're going to be one of the best two combos in the league one day, and they're going to look like they're going to develop that. And it's just really cool to see how one draft can, or like a couple drafts can just completely turn around your entire team, because the 76ers were also those bottom feeder type teams before they were able to draft Embiid and Simmons, and they drafted them both, and now look at them, they're one of the best teams in the entire NBA. And in a few years, they'll probably be finals contenders once all their young talent really starts to develop. And now my second reason is going to be that they pretty much play the exact same, like they play fast and very high pace, because right now the Warriors are ranked number 5 in the entire league, with playing at one of the 5th fastest paces in the entire league, and that's pretty much the reason why they're so good. They get out on the fast breaks, they throw it to Kevin Durant, Curry, anyone, and they just run the floor very, very good, and they're pretty much unguardable on the fast break. And the 76ers are pretty much using that exact same blueprint that the Golden State Warriors are using, as they are ranked 4th in paces, like they're the 4th fastest team in the entire league as far as fast breaks and just pace and playing goes. And I mean, that's pretty much why they're so unguardable on offense. And most of the best offenses in the league are fast paced, like the New Orleans Pelicans and all teams like that. I mean, 76ers are one of the better offenses, for sure. The Golden State Warriors, Houston's one of the fastest offenses. They just do play very, very well when they play fast. And I mean, the 76ers are pretty much using that exact same blueprint that the Warriors are using, because they have shown that they work. And with an athletic center like Embiid and one of the best drivers in the league already, and Ben Simmons, and then I mean, that's just a very, very nice thing to have. Robert Covington can also get up and down the floor very, very good. They're a very, very good running gun team. But to make it even better, I mean, they have like something that the Warriors actually don't have, which is an athletic center, or a good center at all. Joel Embiid's debatably the best center in the entire league right now, and I mean, the Warriors have Zaza Pachulia, so the 76ers, they really have a better team for the type of offense they run, and right now we're running that offense better than the Golden State Warriors, as right now they are ranked like 1 seed ahead of them. And it also shows, because I mean, the 76ers are ranked 8th in points per game in the paint right now, so I mean, that center makes a huge difference. And if a team like the Warriors had that, well, then that would be unguardable, obviously, and that's why one day the Philadelphia 76ers are probably also going to be unguardable, because they're going to have what the Golden State Warriors didn't, which is a good center. And eventually, probably, because Markelle Fultz will probably end up developing into a good role player at least. So I mean, if they can have him coming off the bench or even starting for him one day next year, they'll be damn near unguardable. Especially if Markelle Fultz ends up being an all-star like everybody expects him to be. Like, the 76ers are going to be like the next super team like Golden State is right now. But my third and final reason is going to be that they are both set up for the future, at least. Well, the Warriors were set up for their future, but the 76ers are set up for their future. Just let me get into it. I'll make it make sense. So right now, the Warriors aren't like as set for long term as they were at one point, but at one point, they were the youngest team in the league, They won a championship, being one of the youngest teams in the league. They had draft picks and tons of cap space. I mean, tons of cap space, until they had to give Curry his massive deal. They're probably going to end up having to give Klay Thompson his massive deal this year if they really want him back and they don't have enough time. Kevin Durant's going to probably be asking for a lot. Draymond's going to be, it's kind of, they're in a bad spot right now, but at a time, they were set up for the future very, very good, and that's why when they did win that championship that one year, when they had strength in numbers, that's because their cap space was so much. They got such good role players like Andrew Iguodala and like Sean Livingston. They were huge parts of those final wins, and I mean, that's why they were able to get them, because of all their cap space, and they were very set up for the future. Now, not so much, but right now, if you look at the 76ers, they're kind of in the same situation, but I mean, even better, kind of, because right now they are the second youngest team in the entire NBA. They also have $31 million in cap space. No telling what they can do with that. I mean, that's a shit ton. They can offer someone a max contract, my dude. Like, that is a ton. That might be a big attraction for LeBron. You never really know. And then also, though, something that the Warriors didn't really have, they never had good draft picks. They just kind of got, I don't know if they got lucky, but they just got, like, slept on guys, I guess, like Klay Thompson and Draymond. Draymond was a second round pick, so I guess they kind of got slept on guys. But I mean, they have a potential to have the either number 2 through 5 pick, because they have the Los Angeles Lakers pick, and if that falls between 2 and 5, they get that pick. So they have the potential to get another top 10 pick in a stacked draft class. This draft class is going to be stacked, and if they're able to get the number 2 pick, that would be DeAndre Ayton, Luka Doncic, or something like that. Just say goodbye, my dude. Like, the 76ers will win a finals next year if they're able to get one of those great players, and Markelle Fultz also starts to develop. I mean, they're completely set up for the future. Their destiny is in their control right now. There's no way, it's almost impossible for the 76ers to mess up what they have right now. They're going to be the next dynasty like the Warriors. And I mean, I really, like, at first I was just going to be making a lot of the 76ers the next super team, but I kind of looked at some similarities between the two and read an article on something. I mean, they're very, very similar, and that's a very, very good thing for the 76ers to be similar and, like, do use the blueprint that the Warriors are using, and I think more teams should do that. I think more teams should use the blueprint that, like, more successful teams like the Warriors, they should use what their Warriors are doing to get good, and when they get there, eventually just hope you can be better than them and beat them in a final series or something. I mean, I think the 76ers have done a very, very good job at a quick rebuild, and they trusted the process. That was cringe, I'm sorry. But, yeah, they did a very good job. I think they're very, very similar to Golden State Warriors, and they're either going to be as good as Golden State or better than Golden State one day. Mark my words. But unfortunately, guys, it's going to be it for this video. So if you did like the video at any point, please hit the like button. I really, really would, like, it would mean the road to me. And also, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think the 76ers can beat Golden State? When do you think they can start contending for finals? Do you think they'll ever win a finals in the next, like, 5 years? I want to hear all your thoughts below. And also, if you also really, really like the video and want to really help me out, hit subscribe. I'm 152 subscribers. Y'all been hitting that button like crazy. I just love y'all so much for that. Thank y'all so much. I mean, thank you. But also, I wouldn't be here without y'all, but I also wouldn't be here with the guy upstairs. You know, the real homie Jesus upstairs. You know, he's just chilling up there. He's blessed me. I hope y'all have a blessed day. I hope everyone has a blessed day. Kids, don't think I forgot about you. Never do vegetables. Always do drugs. Stay safe. Free, goodbye.